welcome back to my YouTube channel, Peace Jones. Don't forget to like this video, to comment on this video, and to subscribe to this channel. Do you guys like my look today? I was feeling kind of groovy when I woke up. Today is Monday. It's the first day back to school for the teachers and students. Woo! Have a great first day. But yeah, I woke up feeling in the mood to vibe. So I got on my reggae vibes and my cool yellow frames, all right? But anyway, I've been wanting to do this fruit mukbang with you guys for a while, and I had to do it before this fruit goes bad. And then I also wanted to discuss a topic that I also have been wanting to do for a while, but I was trying to find the perfect time and the perfect video to do it. So let me tuck this down here. Does that make more sense? Yeah, I think so. So anyway, let's get right into it. This fruit is called rambutan or rambutan. I don't know how you guys want to pronounce it, but it's really cool looking, isn't it? And I have 6 of those. I have some diced pineapple and I have some fresh raspberries. So, let's get started. Have one of each. Just gotta cut these rambutan. You guys, correct me below. Let me know how you pronounce it. So I just cut around the edges. And look, trying to get a thumbnail. So it's so good. There's a little seed in the middle. All right, you guys, so now that I have tried one of each of these fruits, let's get right into the topic at hand. All right, so as you guys can see by the thumbnail, this topic is called friendship PTSD. Now, what is friendship PTSD? You guys, disclaimer, I don't know if this is a clinical term, but I know for sure this is a term that's used to basically describe extreme hurt, disloyalty, anger, and the lack of trust that comes after a broken friendship, okay? So most of the times I feel like friendship PTSD occurs as a result of a very strong, close-knit friendship. Sometimes that may be like a family member turned friendship, like your cousin is also your best friend. That may be a long-term friendship, like your best friend since 3rd grade. That may be just your best friend in general, right? And you've made some type of deep connection with this person where loyalty was never a question, trust was never a question, and this person has done something so crazy, they violated so bad that you almost have PTSD going forward when it comes to creating friendships and bonds and really trusting people. And where the PTSD comes in is it's not so much like, I'm done making friends, or like, I don't know if I can trust that person. It's almost like uncontrollable. Like you basically feel like, I would love to be this person's friend. I see so many great qualities in this person. I really want to be in this friend group, but you cannot push yourself to do it. That is the PTSD, right? Because it's like you literally cannot control these strong feelings of rejection because of what you've experienced in the past, right? So I feel like a lot of us have experienced this before, men and women, young and old. And I just really wanted to bring, I guess, some of my thoughts to the table on it, okay? So I feel like just like our parents told us growing up, like, everybody ain't your friend. I wanted to say something more harsh because I know some parents are like, you don't have any friends, right? But let's just keep it as everyone isn't your friend, right? And some of the people that you start with, you're not going to end with. Some of the people that you thought would be in your life forever, they only in your life for a season. And so I think that we have to learn that and try not to hang on to those hard feelings towards the person who did something to us, because at the end of the day, unfortunately, as much as you love that person and all the great memories and times you shared, that person may have just been in your life for a season and not a real reason. Okay? Now, as far as like friendship PTSD and the effects of it, I'll give you guys a little, I guess, minor story time on how it's affected me. So I will say I've definitely been through some wild experiences with people and friendships. Now, a lot of my friendships, when they come to an end, it's not any drama. Like some of my closest friends, once I was ready to step back, I stepped back. It wasn't a whole bunch of name calling. It wasn't a whole bunch of like, arguments, fighting, doing random crazy stuff on social media. It was just very easy, simple, let's cut ties, and that's it. However, I also have had some friendships where I feel like the person, like, this is something that I feel like happens a lot. I feel like people will literally know that you're their best friend that they have, the most involved, the most loving, the most supportive, but yet in that same breath, they'll do like the most messed up things to you, right? So I've had a lot of friendships like that as well. So let me start with giving you guys a little minor story time about my experience with friendship PTSD, okay? So I had this friend, and we were like really great friends in college. And honestly, I believe we connected through a trauma bond. That's what I later realized as I was like healing from the friendship and really like trying to piece things together. I think we connected from a trauma bond because we had very similar backgrounds, right? And I think initially that's what made us feel so similar. We confided in each other. We supported each other. We understood each other and a lot of our struggles and, pains, highs and lows, whatever. But after that, I feel like I started to notice that we weren't really the same type of woman or the same type of girl. Now, when I say that, I mean, like, obviously, we were women, we were Black women, pretty similar in age, doing pretty similar things in life. But I think that I have very different interests. I had a very different personality, and I had a lot stronger like morals and values, and I stood in them, right? So like I think you guys have seen in my content before where I've mentioned like I'm very much of an individual. There's not much that anyone, old, young, professor, director, auntie, church member can say to me to make me step outside of what I believe, right? And so I noticed that with her, that started to bother her. It was very much like, you need to do what we're doing, or you're too uptight for not wanting to do this, or you need to conform to these ways because it's fun. And she would almost become like controlling in that friendship because it was like I couldn't have my own identity without her feeling some type of way about it, right? And it was a lot more that went down in that friendship. It was a lot of envy and jealousy, a lot of control issues, and I think ultimately we just weren't the same type of women, like totally different interests, like I said. So basically what ended up happening in that friendship was the envy, the jealousy, the control became a very, very apparent. And it was almost like she became very like vengeful, nasty, ungrateful because of it. And I think that all of that rage and anger just came from the simple fact that like she admired me so much that she began to like love me and hate me at the same time. And that's basically what jealousy is. When someone loves you so much that they start to hate you for whatever reason. And that was what I felt from her. It was like we were once so close and just loved each other and supported each other so much and went through so many things together. And it was always all love. And then all of a sudden it was just so much anger and so much like, you're not good enough and you need to do this. And anything I did, it wasn't good enough for her. Like, she was always like throwing shade, throwing shots. And I know my personality. I'm the type, I'm very tolerant. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not even trying to match your energy. But what I will do is dip out on you, leave the friendship, and never once give you the opportunity for closure. Now, some may say, oh, that's immature. You guys should have a talk. No, because you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing to me. You know how you're treating me. You know what you've said to me. And if you've done that multiple times and I haven't given you any type of response, I haven't called you out on your behavior, once I'm done, I'm done. But just know, once I'm done, I'm done. So that was how that friendship ended. I finally put everything on the table and I asked her, I said, do you even like me? And she literally said, no, I don't. But maybe in the future, I'll grow to like you again. Girl, bye. So you think your nasty friendship is worth somebody waiting however long it takes for you to like them again. Mind you, the only reason why she didn't like me was because of jealousy. And it was my time to shine and I was doing better than her and probably making more than her and getting more attention from men than her. And that's the only thing that you didn't like. It wasn't like I stopped being a good friend or I started being weird to you or I wasn't showing up for you or I said something mean to you. You literally stopped liking me because of your own insecurities and issues. So with that being said, that's not my problem. But after she said that, I literally said, okay, I could tell. And that was all I had to say. I didn't need to learn, to hear, to stand by for any more information. That was all I needed. And I proceeded to delete that number and move on about my business. And I would say that friendship left me with friendship PTSD because I felt like she literally went from like my sidekick, someone that I really thought that I could trust, someone that, you know, I did everything with. She was always down to ride for me. She was, I thought just like a very loyal, good friend. And within a matter of a few years, she totally switched up. And it was for no reason, really. Like, I had not done anything to her. We weren't having arguments. We didn't have a fallout. Like, it was basically just her wilding out. So that gave me friendship PTSD because then I'm like, dang, well, when I go on to make more friends, because I'm a very friendly and outgoing person, I'm very like welcoming. And I always make friends everywhere I go, guaranteed. But I started to wonder, like, dang, are people really out here switching up like this? Like, are people really holding you down, loving you, supporting you, hanging out with you? I mean, we had just done so much together in college. And then just for you to switch up like this out of nowhere, no explanation, no apology, so willing and eager to say that you just don't like me for whatever reason. And that's just that. Y'all two go on about your life. You never hear from each other again. You never see each other again. And I was just like, look, man, I don't got time for no more friendships like this, right? And so that was just 1% of everything that went down in that friendship. There was a lot of things that she said to me, a lot of things that she did to me, a lot of like her actions and just the way that she went about things that were just very sketchy. And ultimately, all of those factors combined have left me kind of feeling like used, abused, mistreated, and just like she was such a mean girl. She turned into like such a mean girl. And honestly, I can't even say that she turned into it. I can say that she probably was all along, and it was just my turn to feel that, because when I looked back at everything, I looked at how she treated other people that she claimed to love and be close to. The guys she dealt with, other friends, the things she would do to them, say to them, always finessing, always trying to like, you know, see what she could do to get some benefit out of something. And it just was like nothing made her happy. Everyone was always so bad, and she was always a victim. No accountability. And I started to really think and say, like, this girl turned on me in such a crazy way. Like, it makes you very, very afraid to befriend people again after that situation, because you really don't know what people's intentions are. You don't know if people are there just to use you. You don't know if people really like you. Hello, I'm sitting here thinking this is my friend. Come to find out, the girl don't even like me. But you just invited me to your birthday party. You have me around you all the time. You're calling me. You're keeping in touch. You're shouting me out on Instagram and putting all these heart eyes and all this stuff, and you don't even like me. How does that work, right? So, with that being said, that's my little mini story time on that friendship experience and how I believe it gave me some friendship PTSD. I believe now when I connect with people, I think twice. I'm more observant. I pay attention to like how you treat other people, for sure. That's a big thing, because listen, y'all, someone can dog out other people 100 times around you, and you can be thinking, oh, they just don't work well with this person, or oh, they're just not friendly, or you guys, I know you guys have heard that before, where people will be like, oh, she's just not friendly, but she's cool, or oh, he's just not nice, or he got his ways. No, that's how that person is. You may be getting over with it for now. You may just not have, you know, had your turn with that person, but trust and believe me, if that is that person's character, you're gonna get it one day too, and it's only a matter of time. And when you get it, don't be shocked, because it's in that person. If a person can be a finesser, a user, mean, heartless, conniving to other people, they can be that way to you as well. When people are very disposable to them, you will soon become disposable too, because it's all about how they can benefit from you in whatever season. And if a person is insecure, be very careful about befriending them, especially women, because an insecure woman will ruin your whole life. She'll want your man, she'll want your sense of fashion, she'll want your career, she'll want your salary, she'll want your hairstyle, she'll want your style in general. If you pick up a hobby, she'll want to do it. If you buy a house, she'll want to do it. If you buy this car, she'll want to do it. And I've had women like that in my life, and it's very, very annoying, and you always have to watch your back, because you literally cannot do anything on your own without them trying to mimic it. And it's fine to inspire people, it's fine to inspire your friends, but when it comes to a point that you literally cannot do anything and just have it to yourself, that becomes a problem, right? And so aside from my story, basically for you guys, the reason why I made this video was, you know, to share my experience, but also to say that as much as friendship PTSD occurs extremely often with men and women, I've seen a lot of vloggers share their stories. One person in particular, Love Your Natural, we actually saw her experience go down via YouTube. Really, really hurtful. I know I have another friend who told me about her experience. People have to go to therapy for this, okay? Like when you, like a friendship is a different type of bond. Sometimes I feel like friendships, like platonic friendships, can be deeper than romantic relationships. And when a person treats you badly and you really loved them, and you saw them being in your wedding, you saw them being the godmother or godfather of your child, you went through crazy times with them, you know, you grew up with them, you played outside with them, you went through college with them, y'all struggled together, y'all studied together, y'all had fun together, you have so many memories. That person literally becomes a part of you. And when that friendship has to end, it's already hurtful, right? Say you move away, say they move away, say unfortunately they pass away, whatever it may be that comes between you, that's already hurtful. But then to top it off, if they do something crazy, like whatever it may be, I mean, I literally can't give an example because you never know what to expect with humans, but especially when you top it off with a very hurtful event, circumstance, it just makes it like, it makes that cut sting that much worse. It's like putting vinegar in that wound, and it makes you afraid to go back out there and trust people. And especially nowadays, like, this is why I always stress, if you have a good friend group, or if you have good people in your circle, let me tell y'all something, and listen well. Love those people. Okay? Appreciate those people. Okay? Show up for them, spend time with them, thank them, like let them know that you care for them. Look, good people are very rare nowadays, okay? Like I remember growing up and I felt, maybe I was just naive, but I felt like it was so many good people in this world. I mean, I was just so trusting. I'd walk outside, go to the grocery store, oh, ha ha ha, let's do this. Oh, hello ma'am. Oh yeah, da da da. Let's make new friends. I'll go to school. Oh, I trust you with this. Come to my house. Da da da. Nowadays, bruh, you can know somebody for all of a year, think they're the best person on earth. Next thing you know, cross you. You can be dating someone, think they're the best person on earth. Next thing you know, find out they're a criminal. I mean, like, you just never know with people. So when you know, like, you're positive that you have good people in your life, stick by them, do right by them, appreciate them, stop taking advantage of them, and stop taking them for granted. Because guess what? It's some maniacs out here. It's some people out here that are preying on your downfall and pretending to be your friend. Some people that are seeing where you're headed and seeing what you have and pretending to be your friend. Some people that are going to dispose of you the moment that they don't have any other reason to have you around them and not care and not have any shame and not be apologetic. That leaves wounds, permanent wounds on people's heart. And that's why people have to seek therapy for that. Don't be out here doing that to people, okay? I understand things don't work out. Like I said, I've had my fair share of friendships that did not work out. But I feel like there's a difference between a friendship that's just done, you know what I mean? It's expired. And then you literally like pushing someone away in the harshest, most nasty, disgusting way. Like, you can't just break off the friendship and say, hey, I don't really think we're going in the same direction anymore. Let's just part ways. I've appreciated the time that we've spent together. But instead, you're like, let me expose this person. Let me treat this person like shit. Let me tell every other person in our group this person is shit. Let me make this person look horrible. Let me steal from this person. Let me go have sex with this person's husband. Let me go steal this person's business plan. Let me prevent this person from going to college. Let me mess up this person's car or shoes or clothes. Like, people really be like vengeful and just nasty. Don't do that. You don't have to do that, because that literally can hurt someone for a lifetime, okay? Now, On an ending note, I have one thing that I want to encourage you guys to do, and that is do not let friendship PTSD stop you from making new friends, okay? First of all, if you feel like you need to seek therapy, by all means do it, because honestly, failed relationships, I believe, are one of the most common things that lead people to grief, mental health issues, lack of confidence, and just a whole bunch more, anxiety and other things, right? Whether that be failed relationships with your parents, failed relationships with a spouse or a partner, or failed relationships with a friend. I believe those things are what lead to so much more. Depression, anxiety, like lack of self-worth, social anxiety, issues making new friends, issues at the job. Like, when you disconnect from someone, sometimes if you don't have all your ducks in a row and you don't have other areas that have been healed, it throws you off badly, right? And so a lot of people's issues are stemming from that. So by all means, if you need to seek therapy, seek help, do that for yourself, so that you can have the confidence and the reassurance to go back out there and make new friends. Also, I don't want to say life is short, because I like to say life is long, amazing, happy, and healthy. But I'm gonna say life is life, okay? And you don't want to be hung up on someone who clearly did not mean to be in your life, someone who clearly didn't value you, and someone who clearly wasn't serving the purpose of a friend by definition in your life, okay? So, be open to meeting new people. Be open to developing new friendships. You guys, I have a whole video on how to be a friend, and then I have another video on how to make friends in your 20s. Watch those, okay? If you feel like you don't have the confidence, or you're kind of hesitant, or you don't know where to go to meet new friends, watch those videos, okay? Because you need strong, healthy relationships in your life. And I always say, I don't care how much people want to say, my partner is my best friend, my husband, my wife is my best friend. You need other friends. You need other friends, okay? Because you need people that you can mingle and mix with, people you can bounce ideas off of, people to support you, people to have fun with as your life continues on, right, along this journey. And it can't just be your spouse. So let's stop promoting that, okay? Men, you need guy friends. Women, you need girlfriends, and then vice versa, right? Y'all can mix it on up. But it's definitely necessary. And so you don't want to cut yourself off from the world. You don't want to prevent yourself from making great connections, because there's still genuine people out here. Now, they're hard to come by, yes. But if you put it out there that that's what you want to attract, if you are a good person, if you are, like I said, those vision boards, really serious about creating new connections, if you are going to the right places to do so, if you are open, if you are positive, if you've healed, those friendships will come into your life. And a lot of times, I saw this meme that said, don't be afraid to make new friends, because sometimes Jackie from 6th grade just ain't it. And to switch out Jackie, sometimes Jack from 6th grade just ain't it, okay? People evolve, they grow, they have different interests. The person that I was in middle school is not the person that I am today. The person that I was in college is not the person that I am today. So sometimes those people, they grow with you and you can just keep on kicking it. And then other times people, they just aren't where you're at in life. They don't serve you and you don't serve them, and that's okay. And despite all the hurtful things that may have occurred, let's still keep our mind and our heart open to establishing great bonds with people, because I think friendship is a beautiful thing. As I've said to you guys before, sometimes I feel like I'm a friend before anything else. I just love good, healthy friendships, and I love my friends. And despite the things that I've gone through with people using me, talking horribly about me, trying to make me out to be this horrible person, being jealous of me, being outright envious of me, you know, setting me up, hating, like just so much, you know. Despite all of that, I had continued to move forward in creating bonds with people. I was just a lot more vigilant. I took my time, really felt the person out. But yeah, I've made some great bonds after it, and I'm so glad that I didn't shut the idea of friendship out of my life, because if I did, I wouldn't have some of the great people in my life today. So shout out to all my pals. You guys know who you are. You're probably watching this right now. I love you. I appreciate you. Don't turn on me. And for the people in my past, especially the friend that gave me the friendship PTSD, I hope you have recovered from your insecurities and your self-hate and your you know, just internal problems that you projected onto me and probably other people. And the other friends where we just maybe outgrew each other, or maybe there was an issue, I hope you guys have, you know, learned and grown as well. And I don't wish bad on anybody, right? I feel like it's always a learning lesson. But you guys, please be aware of what you're doing and how you're handling people, because it can become a lifelong issue for people. They can be suffering years after you do whatever you do or say whatever you say. And that karma is so real, and it will come back to you in some way, shape, or form if you're out here just treating people any type of way, disregarding people's feelings, and so on. All right, so that is my stance on friendship PTSD, plus my little story time, plus my words of advice. Now you guys comment below and let me know if you think you have friendship PTSD, if you think that you have ever done anything to someone to cause them to have friendship PTSD, and whether or not you decided to make amends, reach out, apologize, whatever. Because I want you guys to remember, on my channel, part of what I cover is healing. And the whole premise behind healing is not to make people feel bad for what they've done in their past, but to inform people and educate people, and then hopefully they will decide to change and do better, evolve, and become the best them. Okay, we can't learn and we can't do better and be better people if we aren't looking at what we have done in the first place and then trying to fix it. So if you have done something to someone where you feel like, you know, you've hurt them to the point of friendship PTSD, maybe think about apologizing to them. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.